Hey guys, Isla here. Today I will be reviewing the newest My Little Pony movie, My Little Pony: A New Generation. I am really excited to review this movie, so let's go. So we start with some really amazing logos that makes me really excited. The 2D animation of the main six makes me even more excited for the movie. The animation looks really smooth and I absolutely love it. I also think it is really funny when Rarity says, "Fry brains!" And I can kind of see that Twilight's voice has changed into young Sunny's voice, if that is what they intended. I really like all the G4 references in Argyle's research room. I have a feeling that Argyle must have researched the adventures of the main six. I absolutely love the fact that Sunny has main six figurines. I can also really relate with Sunny here. I noticed that Sprout doesn't really want to hear a word about what Sunny says about the past Equestria. Nobody wants to hear what I have to say about the amazing world of My Little Pony. Don't really have much to say about the rest of that scene. However, I do like this beginning. Acknowledging the world of friendship as magic is just so amazing. The show is just so great that they had to continue the show at all costs, and I love it. We then move on 2 years later and start off with a song. I don't really know about this song. It just felt very random. I might have to listen to the song again, but it wasn't as attractive as the other MLP songs have been in the past. But that's okay. I also want to let y'all know that I've only seen the movie once. So I might have some scenes mixed up here. We then see that there is this company called Cantor Logic who, from the looks of it, gives propaganda about the unicorns and Pegasi so they can sell. Basically, using fear to sell merchandise. You can tell that this generation goes way into the future. Just look at the technology for the Earth ponies. Though I don't see any phones, tablets, or whatever inside in the Earth Pony town, which is interesting. I also didn't spawn any cars, like modern cars, not like trolleys and stuff like that. But anyway, Sunny, still with the same personality of thinking that the three tribes should be friends, like me who still thinks My Little Pony is amazing, decides to crash the counter logic presentation with the true facts, trying to convince every pony that the three tribes should be friends. From what I remember, that some Earth ponies actually started to agree with her. But sure enough, propaganda gets the better of every pony and they go against her. We then learn that Sunny's father passed away. I kind of like it when My Little Pony represents or talks about death. It shows that the MLP staff are taking a big step further in intensity. We also learn that Hitch is really the only friend Sunny has. I suppose with her open heart, ponies think she is weird or something. I hate it when the people who think the right things are always the weird ones. It's you people who think about wrong things that are the weird ones. We also learn that Sprout is the deputy of Hitch, and he is not happy about this. He is like the shadow of Hitch, or like he lives in his shadow or something. It can be hard to be in second place despite the fact that you are trying your hardest to be the best. Sometimes you will not be as great as other people, and you need to accept that. You shouldn't let that jealousy get the better of you. And look at it this way. There are some people who will like you better than the actual better one. Or, well, not the actual better one, because, never mind. But I guess, like any other villain, Sprout let his negative emotions get the better of him, and, well, he's the antagonist. Also, casting Ken Jeong as Sprout is just so great, and I don't know why. Then we get into the good stuff. Izzy Moonbow appears. The Earth ponies, of course, except for Sunny, and even the animals panic, and this is absolutely hilarious. She's not even harming you guys in any way. She's being nice, and she's even clueless to the fact that you're scared of her. She is a cute character, I have to admit, but she is not my favorite. You will find out later who is my favorite character. All of the traps I had zero idea were there was pretty cool. And Sunny and Izzy have some alone time together. We learn that the unicorns lost their magic, which is shown in the trailer. They then decide to go to Zephyr Heights to see where the unicorn magic has gone. Sprout running away from Izzy was funny. Like I said, she hasn't done anything to you yet. But anyways, we get introduced to another song. This one was cute, but like the other one, it wasn't really enough to pull me in. And like I said before, I may have to listen to it again. Like I said before, it's also very random. Then Hitch decides to go after Sunny and Izzy, and Sprout takes over. I kept telling him that it is temporary. The spot's temporary. Back to Sunny and Izzy, they meet Zephrina Storm, or Zip for short, who is my favorite character. What fascinates me is how the heck she was able to fly in that scene. Or maybe she was just doing some really complicated stunts. I don't know. But then she flies away. These two guards catch Sunny and Izzy, and then the tennis ball on Izzy's horn is explained. The Pegasus guards use the tennis balls so the luminescent doesn't reach the top of the horn and can be used. The guards seem pretty nice as well, and we get a look at Zephyr Heights. This city is the most techie city. There are phones, tablets, and screens everywhere you look. Oh, and before I forget, I noticed that the cutie marks are only on one side of the pony. Maybe it's to correspond with the toys better. I don't know. We then get introduced to the royals of Zephyr Heights. We have the Queen, Queen Haven, the heir to the throne, Princess Zephrina Storm, the Pop Queen, Princess Pip Petals, and the royal pet, Cloud Puff. Apparently, because Sunny and Izzy asked about magic, they were sent to the royal dungeon. Meanwhile, we have Sprout decide to form an angry mob. Thinking that the unicorns and Pegasides would come and attack the earth ponies, they perform yet another song together. This song I actually liked. It was a lot more entertaining, and it didn't feel so out of place, since a villain song always happens at least once. Back to Sunny and Izzy, we see that the dungeon they are in is actually pretty comfortable. I would have no problem being in that dungeon. I wonder if any pony actually tried to break the law to get in there. But back to where we were before, Zip decides to free Sunny and Izzy, and it turns out that the book Sunny has rings a bell to Zip because of the star on it. If you have watched Friendship is Magic, you know that is Twilight Sparkle's kitty mark. I am sure there has plenty of information of the main six, that book, and maybe things we don't even know about. So we get introduced to Pip, and I noticed that Pip wasn't really used a lot, which was a bit of a shame. But we realize that Hitch has been following Sunny and Izzy, and the animals have some sort of attraction to him, which isn't explained, but it is funny anyway. Especially when Cloud Puff gets attracted to him. That's really funny and cute. He starts dancing. And Hitch realizes that he knows where Sunny and Izzy are. It's funny too. Sorry, I mixed up my words. I meant to say that Hitch realizes where Sunny and Izzy are, and the way he realizes it is funny. Sorry, I mixed up my words. So Zip frees Sunny and Izzy and shows them to a station where Earth ponies and unicorns would visit. We also have another G4 reference, the Wonderbolts. They were around during Zephyr Heights, which was cool because of the background of the poster. I have a feeling that Zip would love to be one, and why I get the feeling that Zip searched up the adventures of the main six. It turns out that no Pegasi, including the royals, can fly, and we get another G4 mention, Twilight's cutie mark. On a stained glass window, there are also crystals that represent Pegasi and unicorns. It turns out that they belong together, so they decide to get the gems. Using a Pip Petals performance, they will steal the Pegasi gem from the queen. Okay, I am becoming a narrator. I don't really have much more to say about the rest of the screen time spent for Zephyr Heights. The song was amazing, and Hitch trying to portray a Pegasus was funny, and the suspense was great. The crown was caught, but the secret about the royals not being able to fly was exposed, which causes chaos and arrest of the queen, so the new main five escape with the crystal. In Maritime Bay, it seems like Sprout has lost it. And even the villain who made him a villain thinks he is going too far. And I love it when that scenario like that happens. We then go back to the main five, and we see a tree that could be the nowadays Tree of Harmony. And if it is, that would be just amazing. I felt like the events after the tree was just to fill in screen time. But the part where the fire explains why Izzy went to Maritime Bay in the first place, and it even unites the team, which was very useful. We see Bridalwood, and it doesn't look like it has a lot of technology, which explains the personalities of the unicorns there. From the looks of it, Izzy also seems to be the odd one out, like Sunny. So they need to have a makeover to look like unicorns, and another song happens. This one didn't feel out of place, and the makeover would have been dull to watch without the song. But like a lot of songs in this movie, it wasn't good enough for me. At least not yet, anyways. So they have an epic dance battle with what seems to be the leader of Bridalwood, and Sunny wins, but the group is exposed when they realize that most of the group is not unicorns. They use the unicorn swears, so the unicorns will do a ritual so they can grab the crystal while they do this, and they were caught by the Pegasi and the unicorns. So the Pegasi and the unicorns believe the theory that if the crystals are united, magic will come back. This, of course, doesn't happen. Sunny loses hope, and she and Hitch return to Maritime Bay. And Sunny finally realizes there is another crystal for Earth ponies. I figured that there was a crystal for them. It is explained that they have luminescence and a candy mark. Did I mention that is magic? Sorry, I don't know what came over me there. So Sunny gets excited and tells Hitch, and they realize that the Earth ponies are forming an angry mob. But Sprout completely loses his mind and is like, I'll take over it from here. So he charges, and the unicorns and Pegasi appear and help, and in which the climax begins. Such amazing suspense. This climax has like all the action and the question of like what is going to happen when the crystals come together, if they come together, makes the climax really entertaining. It was sad that Sunny's home got destroyed, like with the Golden Oak Library did though. But the outcome of the climax or the falling action results in Sunny realizing that the ponies need to come together for the crystals to work. And when the ponies come together, Sunny becomes an alicorn. Now, at first I thought this was a little fast since we don't know that much about Sunny. But maybe she did other deeds to get wings and a horn, and she did bring Equestria together. But why didn't this happen with Smart Cookie, Clover the Clever, and Private Pansy? Maybe it was the crystals? I think this alicorn power is temporary though, considering the fact that the horn and the wings are translucent. And things become good, magic comes back, and everybody becomes friends. And, well, that's it. I think this movie was great. The soundtrack might have been better, and the lore could have been explained more, like how did the tribes fall apart. But I think this movie will be great for new and old fans. It wasn't as good as My Little Pony the movie, but it was great regardless. I can't wait to see what is yet to come, especially with the Earth Pony heart prints foreshadowing. I guess that's it. That will wrap up the review. I hope you enjoyed it. Well, bye. Oh, and also, they spelled Twilight's name wrong in the credits, and I am not okay with that.